So I just came back from picking up my son. He's not feeling well, sore throat. But it's because then he be chewing on, I'm about to call him the N-word. He be chewing on that stank blank. He chewed on a blanket that he had since he was a kid. And no matter how much we try to hide this blanket from this little boy, he still chew on this stank blank. And now he has a sore throat. We wash it. But it's saliva. Like he chew on it every day. And so now he had to come home because he had a fever of 107 for chewing on a funky ass blanket. So I go get my son, and on my way to get him, I'm at a four-way stop sign. And so two other cars had to go before me. And as I stopped, I looked before I went because we all know in the city, especially in New Jersey, they drive like animals. So I, before I bust that left at the, I just wanted to make sure nobody was going to power through it. And so there was a lady across, she was making a left as well, but it wasn't her turn. So she does this like motion, like go. The old Tasha would have been like, oh, let me just go. I looked at her. It ain't your turn. And so now I bust my left, and now we both, coming up that street. Normally, I wouldn't make eye contact because I don't like stuff like that. Like, I'm not a punk, but ever since I was a kid, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. And I used to feel like it made me less black to not like that. Like, some people, they with the shits. Like, my wife, she'll stare a hole through your soul and not blink twice. But for me, like, I didn't like that. I don't like stuff like that. I just don't. But I also feel like it's because the way that I grew up, I was abused by people in my family. It was like I couldn't like breathe or laugh without them like hitting me. And so anytime it called for me to like, and let me back up, because I came into this world very sure of myself, and I talked a lot. Like, that's why I do these videos, not just for inspiration and speaking my truth and healing generational patterns, but because I like talking. And I feel like when doing that, it would annoy some of the family members. But also I felt like because they knew I was going to be doing exactly what I'm doing now, and they didn't like that because in the past, somebody probably broke their spirit and dimmed their light. So any bit of light that I showed, it was like, no, absolutely not. And it made me become a shell of myself. And so anytime somebody would be like aggressive with me, I would like shut down. And it wasn't because I was scared of them. It was my little girl remembering the times when I was a little girl, like I think as young as like 3. And so that's where my mind would go. Like I would turn into this 3-year-old girl, and then the other person, it didn't even matter if like they were smaller than me or anything like that. My mind just went to that age where it first started happening, when adults would be really mean to me and like physically would hit me. I remember like spending the night at one of my aunt's house, and like I would spend the night with one of my cousins, and it was like my cousin could do no wrong, like could do no wrong. But me, if I laughed, I got yelled at. Like anything that I did, if I talked, like if I said something the wrong way, like my aunt would just just go on full on attack. And I don't remember when I shut down, but after a while, I stopped standing up for myself. It was like my family didn't take me serious. Like they didn't take me serious as like I could defend myself. It was like, you're white, shut up. We don't, we love you, but we don't expect you to like fight. And again, it wasn't that I was scared of people. It wasn't that I didn't know how to fight. I just, at such a young age, having adults do that to you, that does something to you. And then also, I didn't like that. Like, I am very like I like trees, and I'm very whimsical, and I like science, and I like reading books. Like, I don't like that. I like lifting weights. Now, let me say this. growing up, I wanted to wrestle and I wanted to box because I know that I have a warrior spirit and I know that I'll fight your ass like a dude, but not to harm people. It's just that that's something that I like to do. I have brothers, and then my sister, my beautiful sister, like she used to like put niggas down and she used to be, get me up. So it was like, I wanted to be like my sister, like make sure nobody mess with me. But I did not like that stuff. I didn't like that stuff. So going back to the lady, we're driving and again, like I said, I would usually look away. But this time, like I kept looking over to see if she was going to look over at me because I am at that point in my life where I'm like, I'm not letting nobody chunk me off. Like I'm just not. Like that's how I stand up to the people that abused me for no reason. Like me making these videos, and even as I'm saying, like I just feel the energy like soaring through my body because my body was holding so much of that rage of like, why did you do that to me? Like nothing that I ever did as a child warranted the way that some of the people are the adults around me was to me. Now, what I do understand is that I was paying for whatever went on with my parents, like whatever beef, like whatever like shit that was going on within the family, and maybe they might had a beef or something my dad did or something they didn't like that my mom did. It was taken out on me, and that's why I really don't be around like that. And that's why like I keep my son close because I feel like this, if you don't fuck with the mother, you don't fuck with the kids either. So I keep my child close because I know how I was raised. And I promise you, like, I was not the type of kid that you had to like do shit to. Like I really like, I was like, I just was a chatty kid. All I wanted to do was talk. That's it. When my cousins would be outside fighting, I'd be like, all right, y'all, well, I'll see y'all when y'all get back in the house. I'm going to go watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with the younger cousins because I don't like that stuff. It's not saying that if we got to get right, we going to get right. And I'm going to fight you like a whole dude. But I just don't like that. I don't like that. It's just been too many times that I allowed people them to project their insecurities and their fear onto me. And my body literally I can't take that shit anymore. Like I can't. It's not being true to who I am. And even though I was not a confrontational person like growing up, I would speak up. And a lot of times it wasn't received in my family because there were generational patterns and loops that was unspoken. And so by me calling shit out, if like somebody boyfriend put their hands on a woman, a female family member, and I'm going off, everybody's looking at me like, what are you doing? And it's like, what you mean? Like, why are we allowing this? So when you grow up in an environment and you're in that type of spell and in that type of loop, it's like you begin to assimilate to it. And I could never fully assimilate to stuff like that. And I think that that's why I still have a good group of friends, but they're friends that I met like when I was younger. And some of the friends I met later on in life, but it's only a handful of people because I don't have a groupthink mentality. Like I never could do that. I always stuck out like a sore thumb. I remember, always trying to be a part of different communities, even when I was in college. And it was always a living hell for me because the people in that group knew like, nah, she can't be in this group because I cannot be controlled. Like nobody should be controlled or want to be controlled, but that's just, that's the reality of things. Like some people are like that. And I did not like that. Even growing up, like having friends, like I would have friends that were like very bossy. And I remember my mother used to always say to me, like, she did not like, that's why she didn't have friends, because she was like, why would I want you bossing me around? I got to go home and listen to my mother and my father. Why the fuck would I listen to you? And I was like, you know what? You're right. So it took me years to like really accept that that's who I am and be okay with that. Because when you're not a follower, like people don't like that. Like a lot of times let me not say people don't like that. People that are followers, people that like to control people, they don't like that. They don't like that and they don't like you. And what I'm realizing is I did not come here. I did not reincarnate to be liked. I came here to raise the vibration. I came here to pull people out of the sleep that they're in. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to be liked. So by me speaking up saying that family members did this to me, I couldn't even like, what did Eve say? Slapped you down because he said you was too tall for him. That's exactly how a lot of them used to treat me. But I'm healing through that. I'm healing through that. I'm healing through that. I understand this is a spiritual warfare. I understand that. So I understand spells were spoken over me. I understand that. I understand that. But I'm going to break every last one of them by getting in front of this camera and speaking my piece and hoping that somebody else see this that went through something similar or going through something similar and say, hey, I see you. You are me, because we all are. We all are one. We are all one. We are all source having a human experience or whatever you believe in. But we're all connected. We all come here to love and we all come here to raise a vibration. That's it. And that's all. And I know that my family is stuck in a loop. I know that they're stuck in a loop. And I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I can't. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Even jobs. Like jobs are the same way. Very culty. Very culty. Very culty. And I never was with that shit. That's why I was always on the outskirts. And I'm going to continue to be that way because I'm not here for that. I'm not here to assimilate. I'm not. I am not. I'm not. Nope. No. Hell no. Okay. I think that's it. Peace.